Hi, everybody. This is Reverend Jill Carey from Unity of Wimberley. I'm glad to be with you this afternoon. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late here, having to do a little rearranging for the day. We are, I'm going to risk sounding like a broken record today. We're living in these unprecedented times still, despite the fact that a month ago we were pretty hopeful about where we were and where we were going in this country in regards to the pandemic. And of course, we've gotten a very sharp dose of reality that things are not as good as we had hoped they'd be at this time. The thing that I want to stress today is not that things are tough. I want to acknowledge that things are tough, but I also want to look at how we respond to things being kind of tough. I thought when I was a minister back in the early 2000s that the worst crisis I would go through was the disaster, the tragedy on 9/11. And it turns out that this one is, although it's not as shocking as that day was, the day we all lost our innocence, what we've been in the last 18 months is in a way kind of worse because we've moved into a mode that has not only taken so many lives and left so many people that have lived through COVID with a different sense of safety, and for some people, a different sense of their health because it's affected them long term. But we've also had to move into a survival mode of living with the political divide that has us neighbor against neighbor and friend against friend, and that is very taxing on our souls. We can kind of measure where we are with that by seeing how much energy we attach to our point of view. And that's a good clue to be able to look at whether or not we're trying to aggressively put our point of view on another or convince them that we're correct. It usually doesn't work. It stirs everybody up in a negative way. So here's what I'm suggesting that we do today. Today, I'm suggesting that we acknowledge, yes, we're disappointed, we're tired, we're grieving. Even if we're not actively grieving, we all have a sense of grief that we're living with. It's important for us to acknowledge those things, to acknowledge that things aren't the way they were before, and then to look at how we're going to bless the day, how we're going to find that which gives us hope. How shall we look at life right now that keeps us from getting dragged down by it on a daily basis? When 9/11 happened, I had just married a couple that flew to Paris. They were on their way back when their flight was diverted to Gander, Newfoundland. They were among the people who were welcomed by that small community. And they told me later that going to Gander and being with the people of Gander and experiencing their hospitality and friendliness and warmth in the time of a great American tragedy was even better than their honeymoon days in Paris that they'd just come from. And so I would like for us to find where the days of blessing are for us in this, to look for the things that we might have taken for granted, the things that we might have overlooked that are blessing us today. And it is possible, and you know it's true, for us to live with grief in one hand and joy in the other, to live with the uncertainty and the isolation and the differences that the times call for us to experience. We can live with that, and we can also live with joy and acknowledging those small blessings and delights. We can reach out to other people. We can give ourselves the gift of experiencing our grief so that we can have our tears and our upset and all the other jumble of emotions that come with grief. We can acknowledge that we're angry. We just don't have to act on those things and hurt other people. We don't have to act on those things and hurt ourselves, for that matter. So this is my message of hope today. Live with what is. Live with everything that's going on. Acknowledge it. Don't try to positive it away. Do try to look for the quiet and the grace that lives inside you all the time, especially in those moments when your energy is really high with anger, frustration, seeing only the differences between us. Find that place of peace in you. Find that moment of stillness where you can look for a blessing, look for a gift, look for that which encourages you, reminds you that even though this seems like a long time, we will get through this. We will get to the other side of this. We will find a way to live with whatever comes next. We will. We would not be on this earth doing this if that were not the case. So I offer you hope today, that kind of tough, undying, no matter what kind of hope. That's what we have to hold on to. It may be different than what we've ever experienced before. It may have a different quality to it, but hope is, as they say, eternal. So hold on to it, find it, live it, and breathe a little easier today. Just breathe. That's what I'm trying to do. You know that I'm giving this lesson because I needed to hear it, right? So, my friends, we'll go through this together. We'll find our hope together. We'll find our blessings together. We'll grieve with each other. We'll get through this. Know that from here, I love you and bless you. If I haven't seen you in a while, I miss you. And until we meet again, be safe, be loving, be kind, be hopeful. Love you. Bye.